Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alrighty, so today I'm going to be watercolor painting a brick. That is right. I am simply put going to be, well, watercolor painting a brick. But before I actually go ahead and, well, watercolor paint it, I need to go ahead and sketch out the brick with my Pentel Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil. After that, I'm going to go ahead and, well, watercolor paint the brick a sort of brick-ish color, I do suppose. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and go back over all of the lines with my Sharpie S gel pen. I want to try something a little bit different today. I want to try making it look like the brick has some sort of like dirt on it and stuff like that. I want to make it look like it has some cracks and everything like that kind of thing. And so I'm going to be trying to do all of that while I'm actually watercolor painting it. I'm not going to be trying to do that with my pencil or my pen or anything like that. It's all going to be watercolor paint. That's the goal. I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but hey, I figure might as well try something new, right? But first off, I do suppose I need to go ahead and actually draw, well, the brick. I have my Alvin flexible stainless steel ruler with me today that I'm going to be using to help me draw the brick in a, well, more, what's the right way of putting it? Better three-dimensional way. In a better three-dimensional way, I do suppose the right way of putting it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and, well, actually get to drawing the brick that I'm going to be drawing in today's video. So I think I want it to be, I'm going to go for 5 inches. So I'm going to start it right here. I'm going to go 5 inches. And then I'm going to go, I think, 3 inches up. Just like that. Move this over just a little bit. 3 inches. Just like that. And then let's do 3 inches on this side too. And if it needs to be a little bit shorter, I can always just add a little bit more in. And I think that's a little bit too short, but I think that should be just about the right height. I ain't gonna lie, and I feel like I want it to be lower on the page. I do want it to be lower on the page, because I'm going to be having that upper portion. So I am actually just going to erase this real quick. I should have thought a little bit more about where I wanted it to be located on the page, but I did not really think about that very much. It is what it is, though. Let's go ahead and give it another go. And I am thinking as well, the lines were a little bit too tall, but it's not a big deal at all. So let's just go ahead, get rid of all of those lines. And let's go ahead and give it another go. Let's go and give it another go. Just get all of the eraser dust off of my page. All of the eraser dust. Fuck you, eraser dust. There's no eraser dust list, but actually there is an eraser dust list eraser. It's those erasers that you kind of like mold over each other and everything like that. I don't like using those though. I know they're really good. I've used them before. They are really good, I will admit it. They're just kind of weird. The Monster Zero Ultra that I'm drinking today, that was pretty good. No complaints on my behalf. Let's go ahead and try this again. So I'm going to try doing it a bit lower on the page. I'm going to try doing it like right here. And I'm going to do 5 inches once again. I'm just going to make sure that's lined up with the bottom of the page. And then I'm just going to move up to about there, I think. And so let's go over just a little bit more. And there we go. So let's do 5. And I'm actually going to do 2.5 this time. Just like that. And then I'm going to do 5 over once again. Alrighty, perfect. Now let's go ahead and actually start adding the three-dimensional element. I'm going to move that over so I can move it over a little bit more. So I can move it up there. There we go, perfect. So I can try to do this properly. So I think I want it angled like that. So I'm going to do this side first. I'm just going to connect this up just so I have a nice distinct corner. I'm going to go for it like that. And I'm just going to go up like that. I'm going to keep this same one right there. Move that up. Just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and move this over to this side. Just like that. And now I'm gonna go and connect these two up. So you make sure this line is just like that, and then go up just like that. Honestly, three-dimensional squares or like rectangles and squares and stuff are so much fun for me to draw. I really do enjoy drawing them. And there we go, perfect, just like that. No complaints on my behalf, but I really do enjoy drawing just like three-dimensional squares. It's very simple to do, but it's just very satisfying. I don't know. I like drawing like more geometric subjects and stuff like that kind of thing. When I'm not drawing my usual sort of characters, it really is just a lot of fun. And I'm feeling like this is quite, not quite. I don't know, it says it is. Maybe it isn't. Let's just try that again. Let's just connect that up. And yeah, that's looking better now. Okay, you see, yeah, this one was a bit off, I think, so I'm gonna just erase that, and I'm just gonna do the line right here, like that. Just because I feel like that looks just a little bit better. Alrighty, and there we go. That is the brick all done. There is nothing else that I need to do for the three-dimensional subject of it, I think. So now it is time for me to go ahead and start adding all of the other details that I want to add to the brick. So let's see. So what do I want to do? So I want to, I think, kind of... So I'm thinking I want to do, excuse me, a face, of course. I want to do a face. What kind of face do I want to do? I'm thinking I'm going to do, so 5 inches. Let's go for 2.5. Right there. I don't know if I'm going to be happy with that nose, but I guess we'll find out. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. The eyes aren't super alike, so I'm going to redo that. Definitely pencils are not my forte. I definitely just feel like I nail it first try a little bit better with pens, but oh, I did it again. I just followed the same line. That's how it be sometimes, you know what I'm saying? That's how it be. But hey, I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. Just go a little bit deeper, just like that. There we go. And then I'm thinking, I like this eye more than this eye, so I'm actually gonna kind of make this one look, get that out just a little bit more. There we go. And let's do this just like this. There we go, perfect. No complaints on my behalf. Let's go and add some eyebrows. Just like that. And this line right here is not quite straight. I'm kind of wanting to straighten it up, and same with the bottom of the eyebrow. I'm gonna redo the eyebrow. I just want this to be looking exactly how I want it to look before I start watercolor painting it. With my normal pen drawings, I don't care nearly as much. But when I'm watercolor painting something, all of a sudden I care a lot. I ain't gonna lie, that's just how it be. And there we go. Okay, cool. And I'm just gonna do that as well, just make it align, just to make it look a little bit more like I want. And now I think I want to do something like this. And so my goal is going to be to not watercolor paint the inside of the eyes, the eyebrows, or the mouth along with the teeth. So I don't want to watercolor paint the edges of the teeth, although I do expect to probably mess up a little bit, but that'll be okay. And I'm going to go and add some nose lines, just like that. And a little bit of a chin line right there, an extra one, and let's add a forehead line, and an extra one. Ah! Can't believe me. I can't believe me. And just like that. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Just like that. And I'm just going to add some extra details, but these details don't really matter too much. I could add them now. I could add them later. I think I'm just going to leave it like that for the moment. And now I'm going to go ahead and add some legs. I'm just going to do one right here, one right here. just like that. And that is the brick. That is the brick right there. Certainly no complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. I do suppose to really make it look even more geometric, I should have actually gone at an angle, but it is what it is. I'm not terribly worried about it. I'm gonna go and take another sip of my Monster real quick. Oh, that stuff's some gas, I ain't gonna lie. So I do think without further ado, it is now time for me to go ahead and start watercolor painting. Well, the brick that I've got in front of me now. I am first off going to go ahead and wet the paper, and then after that I'm going to go through the paper with this brush right here, my Fundamentals Creative Mark 6 shader with actual watercolor paint. Thankfully, this color right here is very, very, very nice. It's actually pretty much a brick color as is, and so I think I'm going to do one layer of this, and then I'm going to go over with some black and make some like gray streaks, and then I'm going to go over with some dark green as well and make their look be like give it some patches and everything like that kind of thing. Make it look like there might be like some moss growing on it or something like that. And then I think after that I'm going to go over with one or two more layers of the brick color once again. But first off, I think I want to just go ahead and wet the page real quick. So I'm going to go and grab some water, and I'm just going to start wetting the page. I'm going to wet everything. I don't care if I wet the eyes or anything like that. That is perfectly fine. I'm just going to wet the entire page, pretty much. So I'm going to wet up here as well. I just want it all to be wet, just like your mom. Alrighty, so there we go. That is pretty wet. I'm going to be doing wet on wet today. Not dry on, not wet on dry or anything like that. I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to go ahead and just dry this off. And just put this down over here. And now I'm going to go ahead and start off with the first layer of that brick color. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a bunch of it, and I'm just going to start right here. And I might have used a bit too much water, but that's okay. There we go, perfect. Let's just go and clean up the edges just a little bit. And now let's go and start working my way. Oh, I messed that up a little bit. That's okay though. Just go and start working my way around the eyes. And the paper is starting to dry out a little bit, but that's not too bad. It's not a terrible thing. Alrighty. Go and just grab some more pigment. Just like that. There we go. Alrighty. So now I am going to go ahead and do these sides as well. Now I want this side to be darker, but what I'm going to do first is I am going to just go over with one layer of the brick color. But I do want it to be shaded, so it is going to have a layer of black as well. along with green and everything like that. But I'm going to do the layer of black last, so I'm going to do just some cracks and stuff in black, and then I'm going to go over with another layer of black after that. Alrighty, and there we go. That is the brick all colored in. And I really do like this brick color, I ain't gonna lie. I am a pretty big fan of it. So now let's go ahead. This water is looking, not too bad. It's not looking too bad so far. I'm thinking I'm gonna do some black areas first. So I'm gonna go and just start with the black. And I might have to dump out this water halfway through just due to the black. Oh yeah, it's completely messing everything up. So let's just go like that. Let's go like that. And let's do a layer on this just like this. Just make it look a little bit darker. Let's do just like that. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but hey, if it doesn't turn out the way I want, well then I always know what to do in the future. I could always just add cracks with, or I think I might go over some of the cracks with my pen anyways, hopefully make those a little bit more distinct. But if I'm not super happy with how this turns out, hey, it is what it is kind of thing. It is what it is. I've learned my lesson then. So next up, I want to go ahead and start adding some green patches as well. Do I want to do another layer of the clay before I do that? I'm thinking I'm just going to go right into doing the green. So I'm just going to make sure this is actually the color I want real quick. It is a very, very sort of teal. I don't really want that color. I think, is this a better green? When it's dull, I think it'll be okay. It's too dull. That's too bright. I'm pretty happy with how like sort of the mossy look is going though. Can't complain. And yeah, I think I might have to change this water. Alrighty. Do I want to leave it at that, or do I want to do 1 or 2 more patches? I'm thinking I want to do 1 or 2 more patches. I think I want to brighten this one up a little bit. Although now that I've said that, it's got too much water. Soak all that up. Soak all that up, Mr. Brush. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go down here and do another one right here. Let's do one right here. Just make it look like it's like really dirty kind of thing. That is the plan. And there we go. All right, just like that. And now I think I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 more layer of red or brick color, clay color all over. But first off, I am going to go ahead and go dump out my water. So I will be right back because this water ain't gonna work. But first off, actually, I'm gonna go and finish off my monster. Pretty good if I do say so myself. I am kind of thinking, looking at it, from a distance. I don't think it looks too bad. I don't think it looks too bad. The black lines, I'm not super happy with, but hey, you live and you learn kind of thing. And I think I might go over some of those in like the middle with my pen. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but I think I'm actually going to do that. But before I actually go over the watercolor painting again with another color, I am, real quick, just going to dab this just to get all of the water all off so I can actually do another layer, because I am not a patient person. And either way, I don't mind the texture of the paper towel. I'm going to go and throw this away and grab myself another one, because I know I'm going to need it. There we go, just like that. And let's go ahead and start anew. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this all wet. And I'm going to go and grab some brick coloring. Go like that. There we go. And I'm just going to start going over with one more layer. And I might do another layer after this if I'm still not happy with it. Or if I'm still not happy with it, if I just feel like the tone is not quite what I want. Which I'm thinking it might not quite be dark enough after this one, but hey, who knows? It's all about layering, though. You can never have too many layers, right? And the great thing is about dirty water, it means you don't even got to pick up any more paint. It just means you use the dirty water to paint. Alrighty, so there's one more done on that one. I'm going to go ahead and do this side now. And I want the top to stay the lightest, so I'm just going to go over with one sort of a light area. Or one sort of light, very, very light brick, I think. That should work. Because I think the top is almost the tone I want. I just want it a little bit darker, but not significantly so. So this should do. There we go, no problemo. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dab the drawing once again. Just like that. Get all of the main liquids off. And I'm just gonna go ahead, I think I can still use this, so I'm just gonna leave that right there. And I'm actually gonna flip it this way. And now I'm thinking I want to do one more layer on the front. I'm thinking this side right here might want another layer as well. And I am going to dab that again because not all of the water is off. There we go. And so yeah, I'm thinking, oh, excuse me, I feel like I got a burp. Oh man. That was not a pleasant burp. That was not a pleasant burp, y'all. And so, yeah, now I'm thinking I want to do one more layer on the front, and then I will be all set. I'm thinking I'll be all set after that. So let's do one darker layer on the front. There we go. There we go. That's the kind of tone I want. Spread that all around. Spread that all around. That is the tone I want. Whoopsies, that's okay. There we go. Much better. And I might have used too much water, but that's okay. Never have too much water, right? Right? No, I'm just kidding. You can definitely have too much water. And I want to make the under eyebrow portions darker as well, so I need to do that after I'm done with all of this. I am just going to scrape some of that pigment up real quick and just use that to finish off above the eyebrows and around the eyes and down here and whatnot. Much better. Alrighty, and so there we go. I'm thinking that is just about what I want. I'm thinking that's just about what I want. I am kind of considering doing one more layer up top as well, just to make it a little bit darker. There we go. I like that a lot. And then I'm thinking I'm going to do one more on this side as well. There we go. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I am pretty satisfied with that. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm done watercolor painting. I've just got to go ahead and dry all of my brushes off. Dry off the paper itself. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and start going over everything with my Sharpie S gel pen, just to make everything a little bit more distinct. Because this drawing is, of course, or this painting is, of course, not quite done yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my brushes back. It's all good. Yep, that's all good. I'm just going to put that to the side there. And I am now going to go ahead and start going over everything. It's still wet, but it's not like grimy wet kind of thing, so I think it should be all good. Threw my paper towel away. I'm going to go ahead and click that back, go and put away my lead. And I'm going to go ahead and start going over all of the lines now. And I think I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to move this out of the way. Go upside down. I'm going to do this line right here. Just like that. Just make sure everything's still in frame. And I'm going to go and do this line right here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it around, and I'm going to do the bottom line. Haha, this is my bottom line. I won't go any further than this. Ha ha ha. Oh man. Yeah, my joke. Ha 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 ha. I'm cracking myself up with my own jokes today, guys. Yeah. Should have done this line first, but whatever. Let's go do this line. And there we go. All right, there's the outline all done. I'm going to go ahead and do the legs now. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it would be cool to have a shadow, but of the brick or something like that. But it's too late now. I've already put away my watercolor stuff, and I've already started drawing with pen. So I'll just have to keep that in mind for next time. There we go, there we go. I'm going to go back over that just a little bit. And now it's time for me to go ahead and actually start drawing the facial details on this brick right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the mouth, I think. And actually, I'm actually going to start off with the top of the eyes because I just did this and I don't want to smear it by accident. So I'm going to start off with the top of the eyes and the eyebrows. And let's go and start with the mouth now. And now I'm going to go and do all the teeth. And there we go, there's all the teeth done. And now I'm going to go and add some eye lines. And it's not looking as good as the other side, but it is what it is. I was very happy with the other side. I'm not nearly so happy with this side, but it is what it is, as said. Just gives the drawing a little bit of personality, right? Right? Yeah, yeah. Alrighty. And I'm thinking that is, oh, I smeared a little bit of stuff with my hand. Oh, well. And I'm thinking that's, it's mostly done. I'm thinking it is mostly done now. I don't really think there's anything else I want to add. I do think I want to add some cracks, though, where those black lines are. And there we go. All right, cool, cool. I am pretty satisfied with how this is turning out. I'm just gonna back off real quick, give myself a moment to just take a look at it and see if there's any other details I want to add. I'm thinking I want to put a crack right there. It's just feeling like that's a little bit empty. The top, I'm thinking, is looking all good. Could add another crack right there, something like that. It's feeling a little bit empty. The side is looking good. And I think I might add a crack right here. I'm thinking I might add a crack right here. I'm gonna add a crack right here. All right, perfect. And now I've just got to go over all of the lines one more time just to make them look a little bit more distinct. So I'm just going to start making the corners look a little bit more distinct and going over all of those lines once again. Oopsies. Alrighty, and then next up, I'm going to go ahead and just go over this. I'm going to go over this one as well. I'm going to go and make this line look a little bit more distinct, or this corner look a little bit more distinct, and same with this one, and same with this one. And then now I'm going to go ahead and do the same to this corner right here. I'm going to go ahead, make this look a little bit more distinct. And I'm going to do the same to this side right here. And there we go. It is mostly done now. I'm going to go through these lines again. Ooh. And I'm thinking that is just about it. I might go over some of the teeth, or actually I'll just go into all of them. Might as well, right? Ooh, excuse me. Just darken up the tips of the teeth, if they're not already a little bit darkened up. And there we go. Alrighty, I am thinking that is the drawing all done. That is it, y'all. That's it. I'm pretty sure it is all done. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. What are my final thoughts on, well, this art right here, this drawing right here? Honestly, taking a look at it through the camera screen, I am pretty satisfied with it. I feel like I got the shading down pat how I wanted. The top is a little bit lighter than the front right here. But it's got some darker areas as well. This is definitely darker. I've got like a bunch of like sort of patchy sort of areas. Some of it is more dark brick sort of color. Some of it's lighter. There's some black. There's some like other colors and everything like that, giving it more of a sort of an aged look, I definitely have to say. And while it's not exactly how I wanted it to turn out, it's definitely a lot better than not. It's definitely a lot better than not. And overall, I am very, very, very satisfied with how this brick right here has turned out in today's video. I really do have no complaints on my behalf. I ain't gonna lie. I am very, very, very satisfied with how it turned out. That was bothering me. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it was just a little bit lighter than the rest of the area. But yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. I'm pretty satisfied. I don't think I have anything else I want to add to this or anything like that. So as such, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching my video where I watercolor paint a brick. If you guys have enjoyed watching, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my main channel, along with my TikTok, my Instagram, all that sort of stuff in the description down below. And I have my that was it. That's all I have in the description down below. Make sure, of course, if you guys have any tips for me on how to use watercolor better, to leave them in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have any constructive criticism for this drawing right here, any tips for watercolor, any constructive criticism, stuff you guys think could have been done better, but stuff I didn't talk about in today's video, or stuff I talked about in today's video, please let me know in the comments down below as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, y'all. To the next one. Stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?